For those trigger fingers that need scratching whenever and wherever, here are the top 20 best Android FPS games of all time, arranged by PlayScore. The PlayScore is an average of gamer and critic ratings. Number 20, Contract Killer Sniper. Glue mobile sniping game is a level up from other sniper games. For one, it's not just all about the sniping. This entry from Contract Killers offers you shooting fun with other weapons too. You can hunt around your subject in the many different missions and savor the moment when the last baddie bites the dust. Switching between scope and cover might steal a bit of its FPS flair, but it's definitely good enough with a score of 7.7. 19. Neon Shadow. Now, if it's futuristic shooters you want, you can never go wrong with Neon Shadow. While it does take inspiration from retro games, it never fails to feel fresh. You can take to their neon halls, burst through trapdoors, and duke it out with drones and robots using all sorts of futuristic weaponry. This is sure to be a treat for fans of Halo and Metroid Prime on the mobile. It gets a score of 7.85. 18. Killshot. A lot of games these days can't surpass the graphics of this 2014 hit, but in this time, Killshot's 3D visuals were impressive enough for most. As a member of an elite special ops task force, stare into your rifle scope and eliminate your targets in various missions and scenic locations around the globe. While it is brought down by its microtransactions, Killshot remains a great FPS title with a play score of 7.97. At 17, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath garnered high praise when it was first released on the PC, PS4, and PS Vita, which means this Android had some big shoes to fill. Now what it is a hybrid of third-person and first-person gameplay, and its action and adventures begin in an odd Wild West besieged by outlaws. So you play the itinerant bounty hunter tasked to lay down that law once more. Okay, so it's almost the same award-winning action adventuring on the PC and consoles with just a few minor adjustments for the touch controls. It has a play score of 8.06. Number 16, Killshot Virus. If you enjoy the sniping action in Killshot, Killshot Virus breaks out to the zombie genre, infecting you with the heroics of saving yourself, the survivors, and the entire human race. But apart from the zombie shooting, there's also a whole lot of other upgrades on offer. You can deck yourself out with fancy machinery or go out in style with all their other cool gear. This one is perfect for a quick and easy FPS dose, and it gets a score of 8.07. Number 15, Dead Effect 2. Gotta brace yourself for more sci-fi and zombies coming your way in the sequel to Badfly Interactive's FPS. Dead Effect 2 puts more focus into the story in the second entry, immersing you in a nightmare set in a colony spaceship. Here you can choose between the 3 playable characters, each with their own weapons and specializations of course, and bring whatever screeching ghoul comes in your way. Boasting console-like atmosphere, graphics, and voiceovers, it receives a play score of 8.09. 14. Modern Combat eSports FPS. Branding itself as a viable eSports title, Modern Combat 5's strength is rooted in its multiplayer gameplay. And as usual, Gameloft takes pages right out of Call of Duty's playbook, offering the world a mobile alternative that's worthy of its past-gen console counterparts. It really doesn't do much in terms of innovation, but it does deliver what it's set out to do, which is to let you play deathmatches and capture the flags with your squad whenever and wherever you go. It has a play score of 8.1. Number 13, Dead Trigger. Madfinger Games' original Dead Trigger is far from perfect. Although this second installment may still be the more refined choice, this first outing, despite some clunkiness in their controls, has more than enough zombie shooting action for a few hours of enjoyment. Time to rain those bullets on the ensuing hordes of the undead and get some satisfaction out of every splash of zombie noggin. And it definitely is not as heavy on smartphones as it used to be. Dead Trigger gets a play score of 8.24. Number 12, Dino Hunter Deadly Shores. This game is basically Jurassic Park, except it was after all the dinosaurs escaped, laid waste to the earth, and it's now up to you to put them back in their place, which is underground. Set within a world that's between ancient and new, Dino Hunter Deadly Shores shows off its polished visuals that highlight the beauty of bringing down prehistoric game. Time to earn your keep with each completed mission and use them to purchase various upgrades for your weapons. Okay, just make sure you actually do complete the contracts or you will be dino dinner for sure. It has a play score of 8.24. At number 11, Modern Combat 4 0 Hour. As fun as Modern Combat 5 was, Modern Combat 4 is where the series actually hits its peak, taking to heart the goal of bringing Call of Duty to the mobile. With 0 Hour, they were able to pull off a memorable shooting experience where you can go from one end of the world to the other as you save kidnapped world leaders from a terrorist group. And aside from all that single-player action, it would not be complete without its multiplayer that spreads out the fun with various modes to choose from. It has a play score of 8.26. Entering our top 10, Pixel Gun 3D Pocket Edition. Not having actual trigger fingers hasn't stopped these guys yet. Pixel Gun 3D takes on the visuals of Minecraft, making it just as enjoyable for all ages as Mojang's original sandbox title. It also expands on Minecraft survival gameplay with a story campaign that challenges you to survive a zombie outbreak. Pixel Gun's main treat, though, is their multiplayer. Not only does it have an updated Battle Royale mode, it also has 11 other modes, from deathmatch to arena to co-op survival. This sure is one creative pixel shooter, and it gets a play score of 8.27. 9. Unkilled. Unkilled signs you up to the Wolf Pack, which is an elite military organization that's especially trained to eliminate zombie threats. This isn't just your struggle for humanity survival, this is an all-out war, so get in on that action with a dramatic helicopter entrance and serve up the afterlife with the game's collection of military-grade equipment. It's already getting criticism from its outdated microtransactions in 2015, so you best be prepared to deal with that too. But it does have a play score of 8.3. Number 8, Into the Dead 2 Zombie Survival.
Daddy?
Hey, Pumpkin. Look, had a little trouble with the truck, so...
And now it's back to the gloomy suburbia. In this second Into the Dead installment, you guide a man separated from his family, navigating through a post-apocalyptic world filled with the living dead. What makes this game special is its focus on survival elements that add a whole new layer of gameplay. Survive the set of distances of their story mode, or go the extra mile and cover as much ground as you can in the endless survival mode. It's really something for fans of the Walking Dead series, and it has a play score of 8.33. Number 7, Half-Life 2. Okay, so this is a game that needs no introduction. Far from its origins as the benchmark for first-person shooters in 2004, Half-Life 2 remains an essential and venerated classic in the genre. Made exclusively for NVIDIA Shield Tech, it's a no-brainer for anyone who already has this on the console. With the support to the Android, some graphical concessions have been made to maintain performance in the portable format, but it's still the same Half-Life 2 that most of us have played over and over again more than a decade ago. It has a play score of 8.36.
Time to go to work.
Number 6, Hitman Sniper. Agent 47 holds a specialized position for this mobile Hitman title, so for this sniper game, it's not enough to find your targets and then just shoot. As a spy with high-profile targets, stealth and strategy is of utmost importance. Scout out your targets in the beautiful Montenegro location and wait for the perfect moment to strike for the most efficient and high-scoring route.
Objectives completed. Execute the mark at your discretion.
While there might be some moments of rest and waiting, it does make for a more immersive and compelling sniping experience. It has a play score of 8.36. Number 5, FZ9 Timeshift Legacy of the Cold War. Alright, stop! It's bullet time. Rediscover the events of the Cold War firsthand with a time-bending twist. As a government agent named Mac, you can use his newly found powers to control time and use it to your advantage against the troops in the enemy lines. Now the controls are fairly easy, but the going will get tougher in the game's higher chapters. Your main goal is to get to at least Chapter 3, and then you'll get to unlock their enjoyable multiplayer experience. Still one of the strongest FPS releases in 2017 with a score of 8.46. 4 Guns of Boom online shooter. Alright, so the game name doesn't exactly slide off the tongue like we want it to, but Guns of Boom has enough personality to let it shine past its moniker. While it does look similar to Gameloft's Blitz Brigade, it does prove itself as more than just a glorified clone on the mobile, because unlike the other, Guns of Boom is actually a smooth and intuitive FPS experience. Shining with the polish of gameplay, its visuals and characters are also a plus. You can take their many personalities to the arena and duke it out epic 4 vs 4 online skirmishes. This is undoubtedly the slickest multiplayer FPS yet, with a score of 8.51. Number 3, Dead Trigger 2 Zombie Survival Shooter. This second installment to the acclaimed Dead Trigger actually improves on the first game in every way, especially by injecting more variety into the game and fixing the repetitiveness of the last game. The campaign now is actually more packed with a selection of unique objectives, leaving the randomized events for earning money and experience. Here they also introduce a range of zombies into the mix, from crushing rampagers to explosive kamikazes. As satisfying as zombie shooters can get, it has a score of 8.61. Number 2, Shadowgun Legends. Coming out to shelves March of last year, Shadowgun Legends has been topping our list for a while. This here delivers a dose of futuristic FPS action with the added treat of their delicious console-like graphics. You get to create your very own Shadowgun Legend and become the next big superstar by ridding the world of deadly alien threat. Shadowgun Legends isn't all just aesthetics either. With both co-op and online multiplayer modes, it packs all the thrills you need in a pocket-friendly package. Shadowgun Legends has a play score of 8.61. And of course, the best Android FPS out there is still LONEWOLF 17 and above. Released in 2016, this sniper FPS remains to be the best on the Android, because unlike other sniper games, Lone Wolf packs a 1-2 punch of compelling storyline and realistic gun physics. Don't let the gorgeous hand-drawn art style fool you, because you gotta take the game's age restrictions seriously, or else it will leave you questioning your moral fiber. And within its multiple possibilities, it's you who will get to decide who lives and who dies. It's one of the most realistic shooting games 3 years on, and it has a play score of 8.8.